We got one of my favorite fights coming up. You got Weidman and Rockhold, part 2. I always wanted to see part 2 of that. When those guys fought the very first time, I thought it was the fight of the year. I really did. I thought, man, that was such a fun fight. It was back and forth. Weidman was unstoppable back then. You know, he'd gone through Anderson a couple of times. He'd gone through Vitor. He'd gone through Machida, which is just a weird stylistic matchup. Then you had Luke, who was always this up-and-comer, was never really getting his due. I mean, Luke almost didn't get that fight, if you guys remember the time that it happened in. And when Luke did get it, a lot of people were like, Luke Rockhold, how's he fighting for a world championship? Well, we found out. Right? I'm not sure one of those two guys isn't the best middleweight ever. I'm not sure it's not between one of them. And so we thought we were going to get the rematch, you know, a meaningful amount of time ago. I can't remember what happened. Weidman got hurt or something. Isn't that where Bisping filled in and came into that whole thing? I think they were going to redo that match. So here we are now. Set all that history aside. But these guys never got it right. I mean, Weidman was pissed off from that loss from the jump. You guys remember that? He hit that roundhouse or spinning wheel kick. Ended up losing his balance. He gets taken down. He can't get out from Luke. You know, that's one thing Luke doesn't get enough credit for. Luke is so good on top. You know, he's great at ground and pound, but his submission game, he's so heavy. He's so top heavy. Tim Kennedy was another guy. Never really got his credit for that. It's hard to see through your TV. It's hard to see that heaviness, that pressure, where a guy can use his hips and just pin somebody. Luke's so good at it. So Luke ends up in his best position against Chris, and it just threw him off. And I've always wanted to see that again. I've always wanted to see those guys match up. And it's a little bit different fight. You know, when they fought the first time, to remind you, everything that I just said that happened in the title changing hands happened in the 4th round. This is only a 3-round fight. So all of a sudden, fatigue and some conditioning, all of a sudden some of these things that you'll see in championship fights in those 4th and 5th rounds, they're not relevant. They don't happen here. You know, you can take a pissed off Chris Weidman who's fighting at home. Even that energy that he's going to use because it's Luke and the match that he won. Even that energy he's going to use, he's going to have energy. It's 15 minutes. Chris doesn't have any problem with 15 minutes. Then you look at Luke. Luke's been wanting to solidify this one too. But for me, I've always felt like that fight's going under the radar. Even as MSG was having these musical chairs of who's going to headline. And oh no, we lost our co-main event. And you know, our main event didn't come around. I'm going, I don't know that I fully agree with you. I think you're looking at the main event fight, your co-main, however you want to do, but I think your feature fight you've always missed. I think you've had it all along. It's Weidman and Rockhold.